Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Miss Shares. If you haven't subscribed, click the link below and subscribe. If you're new here, welcome. Please don't forget to click the notification bell so that you can get notification if we have any new videos. So you guys, I just want to thank you for being such a wonderful family, and I want to thank you for your support, to everyone watching and subscribing to my channel. So today our topic is the questions you should ask each other before getting into a marriage. So as you all know, and some of you don't know, I'm now 26 years old and I'm now ready, or as we can put it, I now want to settle down. I now want to get married. So because of that, instead of me to just rush into a marriage, I had to ask people around me, how's your marriage? What advice can you give me? So with that research and getting to find all those things, I combined few questions that I would like to share with you guys in case you get into a serious relationship. Because once you reach a certain age, like my age, I don't date to play. I date for it to progress into something else. So the first question I got is your parents' marriage part of your inspiration to get married? If so, why? If not, why not? We all have a community, we all have people around us, we all have marriages that we look up to and that we use as motivations, right? For example, I have my parents' marriage. When I look at my parents' marriage, is something that I want. I look at it and I'm like, okay, I want this. Why? Because I see them communicating, I see them happy, and their marriage has been for the longest, right? So it's something I would want. And the question I keep asking them is, how did you work? Where did you get it right? They give me those advice. Why? Because that's the marriage I look up to. So for you and your partner, do you look at your parents or your guidance marriage and want that? Why and why not? And then the second question is, do you want kids? I know the question just seems like, okay, everyone wants kids, like duh, everyone wants kids. But you know what? To my surprise, a lot of people don't want kids. A lot of people don't want kids. So you need to have this conversation with your partner. Do you want kids? If yes, yes. If not, why not? And then the follow-up question to that is, what if we're not able to have our biological kids? We cannot determine our medical or our health. A lot of things get to happen and a lot of things get to take place. Sometimes the man cannot produce. Sometimes the woman also has problems. So the next question is, in case we have complications and we can't have our own biological kids, are you open to fertility clinics? Are you open to trying it out? Are you open to adoptions? In case like the lady has so many miscarriages, are you open to other methods that's not biological kids? Are you open to surrogacy? There's so many ways people can get kids. So are you open to those options, or you just want your biological kids? And in some instances, I don't see anything wrong with going for a full body checkup. Okay, because when I get into a relationship, I like to ask for an HIV test. So I think you can also do an HIV test. You can also do check your full body checkup, check your womb. The guy would also check. All of you check and see if you have any problems, and you can see how to resolve them before you get in a marriage. I don't think there's anything wrong with doing it medically. And then, so the third question is, how do you see kids fitting in our lives? I know most of you would be like, Shelina, that question, if kids come, they're a blessing from God. Okay, I'm a career-oriented person, right? If I'm asking my boyfriend, how do you see kids fitting in our lives, is because I'm looking at the option that maybe he'll tell me that if we have kids, I would like you to stay at home and take care of kids. That's something that I don't want. I would want to take time off, yes, and then when I feel like I'm ready, I'll go back to school and then either get my family or either get a nanny or someone to help, right? So these are conversations that you're supposed to have, because many people get into the marriage and then when they have kids, the husband will tell them to be stay at home. They don't want to be stay at home. Depression, a lot of things start developing because we just didn't ask this question: how do you see kids fitting in our lives? Maybe the man wants to stay at home and be a stay-at-home dad. Those are the questions we should have. I know, guys, you'll be saying, oh, Shalene, but it's an important question. How do kids fit in our lives? After we have our child, do we still go on date nights once a week? Do we still do the activities that we're still doing? Those are things that you should sit down, agree upon, guys. And then we have the fourth question. Do we appropriately respect any religion, spirit, or political difference between us? Okay, given your partner is a different religion from yours, are you going to raise your kids in both religions, or are you selecting one religion, or are you raising your kids without a religion? Those are also the conversations you're supposed to have with your partner. How do you want to raise your kids? Are you okay? And another point when it comes to religion, it just doesn't touch on kids. As we are married, do you want me to go to your church? Do you want me to convert? As we see, mostly it happens mostly with Muslims. If you are getting married to one, you convert, right? So if we are in different religions, am I converting or are we staying the way that we're staying? That's a very important religion. If the other person is not religious and you are religious, you also have to agree, because mostly I've seen this with a lot of Christian families. The man does not go to church and the wife goes to church, and you'd see the men saying, oh, everything, pastor left, pastor right, why are you going to clean the church? Why are you going for all-night prayers? Why? Because he doesn't understand how your religion works. Why? Because he's not part of it. So these conversations should also come to play. Tell the person, okay, fine, for me, I go to church Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesday, and this is how it works in our religion. It doesn't mean that if you're from different backgrounds or religions, you can't be together. No, you can. The most important thing is to have a conversation and agree on how you are going to take it going forward. And when it comes to politics, you are allowed to date someone who has a different political view than yours. It's very much allowed. And when you're getting in marriage, it doesn't mean that you all have one mindset. No, everyone will have their own opinion. Everyone will have their own mindset. So the question is, are you able to compromise? Are you able to understand? And are you able to respect the other person's religion, political background, and the other person's views? So it all goes back to communication and compromising being the most important thing. And then number 5, right? Do either of us have any major secrets we haven't shared yet? Guys, that's a very important question. Do you have a major secret, or do you have something that you want to share with me? Okay, you might not know that someone has a huge debt, and you'll be surprised to find that huge debt. You might not know that someone has kids elsewhere and that you had no idea of, whether the lady has a kid or the guy has a kid that you didn't know of. And those are questions to ask. I've dated someone for 2 years and I only got to find out the 3rd year that he had a child. So those are conversations that you have. What's your secret? What major secrets are you hiding? Right? Do you have past trauma? Have you ever been assaulted Do you have any trauma, abuse, assault, etc? Do you have a prison record? All those secrets someone would have. Past infidelities, past pregnancies, all those questions and all those secrets you should ask. Do you have anything you're hiding from me? Do you have anything that you think I should know before we get into this? Okay, fine. And then number 6, how well do we currently handle disagreement with each other? Sometimes it's not only about conversation, signs as well. So the question you should ask yourself and ask your partner as well is, how well do we currently handle arguments or disagreements, right, with each other? Guys, these things are the things that we see. If you have a fight or an argument with your partner, how does he react? Is he violent? Does he walk away? Does he sit down? Does he respond? Does he react? All those things are things that you should know going in. And all those things are questions you should be asking yourself and your partner as well. You're in a situation where whenever you have a problem with your partner, they beat you. Girl, it's not going to stop. He is always going to beat you. Why? Because that's how he handles conflict. Someone would, if you argue, he's going to walk away and then come back when he's calm and have a conversation with you. All those things are things that you know. Okay, fine, if we have a fight, if we have an argument, this is how he handles conflict. This is how she handles conflict. It's very important. Because once you know those things, if you make your partner angry, you give him space if that's what works for him. And all those things, now that it's different, we're in a relationship, I stay where I stay, you stay where you stay. Now it's a situation that we are staying under the same roof. So you need to know how to handle the situation, because there's no relationship, be it friendship, be it relatives, or whatever relationship you're in, that doesn't have conflicts. That's a lie. All relationships have conflicts. But how do your partner handle the conflict? Are you able to stay, or are you able to leave, or are you able to compromise when such situations come to play? Okay, last but not least, how much do you value time together versus time apart? I know someone will tell me that we're literally living together, so what time we are always together, there's no time apart. I was once in a relationship with a guy who told me that if we to get married, we'll have separate bedrooms because sometimes he wants to have his me time. Okay, this is the thing. Once you stay together, many people get to lose themselves or lose their independence. Like me, I like time where I can think, where I can meditate, right? If I have someone around me 24/7, sometimes I don't want to talk. I just want to be by myself. So if you have a partner who understands that, okay, fine, Charlene needs a meditation room and I need a gaming room. When I'm in my meditation room, I give her space so that I don't have to lose who I am or my identity. When he is in his own space, I respect and I value it. Some people have prayer closets. You need to also understand that it's either you go in there with him or not. Some people fast and pray, and when they are fasting, they don't want all this until they're done. So we need to be understanding each other, spending time together. This is how much we're doing it. Spending time apart. It also means that in a situation where I get a job in America and he is in Zimbabwe, are we going to go together, or does he prefer us to stay in that country? Those are other questions you should be asking yourself. In case this happens, how are we doing it, right? Are we flexible to travel for each other, or are we having a long distance relationship, or how are we doing it? Those are conversations, you guys. There's so many conversations people should ask, but instead of making a long video, I'm just going to stop with these 7 points, right? You should always remember those questions. I'll just go through them once again before I say my remarks. Do you want kids? What if we are not able to have our biological children? How do you see kids fitting in our lives? Do we appropriately respect any religion, spirit, or political difference between us? Do either of us have a major secret? How well do we currently handle disagreement with each other? Is your parents' marriage part of your inspiration to marry? If so, why or why not? Those are questions. Those are a few questions that you should have. Those are a few questions and conversations you should have. And you also have to look at the signs. Guys, when you're with someone, you can see that when they're making decisions, do they include you? Where do you fit in their lives? Are you included? Or every decision they make by themselves and what they say goes? Are you okay with that? Will you be able to live with that? That's one sign we should also look at when we are doing this. There's also a situation of communication. When things happen a certain way that it happens, does he communicate or does he bottle it? It's very important for you to have communication, because what happens in most situations is someone keeps bottling up things that have taken place without telling you, I don't like this, I don't want this, and by the time they burst, it's too late to fix it. Are you open to counseling? Are you open to counseling? Can either be at church or professionally, or have a community, or have a group of people that can be involved. Are you both open to that in case anything major happens? You should have all those questions. You should look at certain signs when you're with your partner. Am I able to live with this person because this is what they do? Some people are OCD, and you meet a partner that's very dirty. Are you able to handle it? Is your partner willing to compromise? We should always ask questions, and we should always look at signs. Guys, if you have any other points that I've left out, please don't forget to add it, because we are growing together. There's a lot of things that I don't know that I also want to learn from you. So please do put it in the comment section. If you want to be anonymous, you can put it on my Instagram or Facebook, Charlene Muguti. Thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and comment. I love you guys so much. Stay blessed.